Hi, welcome back to Starting Over Podcast. I'm Camille,
And I'm Gretchen.
and we want to talk today about connection and reflection, and also our routine that we do are in the morning, my routine and your routine, morning and evening, right?
The reason why this is so important, starting over, what Camille and I always are sharing is starting over is just that. It's starting over. And recognizing, when do I need to start over?
Yeah. Well, and starting over is based not on just I want to, start over and, get a new hairdo or buy a new car. It's mostly about centering yourself to starting over to what you're really aligned with, right? So we're really aligning ourselves and starting over every moment to what our true north compass is. And, the work we do as alignment coaches helps people figure out what their true north is, what's their truth, and how they want to live their life from their inside out, being heart-centered. What are they really here for? What's their life purpose? Once you know why you're here, and your life should be designed around that life purpose. So in that alignment is what we're talking about. So when you start over, you're reconnecting yourself and remembering why you're here, what's your alignment, and that alignment is your North Star, for lack of better words.
Yeah, and so to get yourself into a place of feeling that alignment, there's some things that you need to do. Just Camille made a great point. She said, if you're going to go to the gym, you have a set routine that you're going to do. Whether you're going to be working legs or you're going to be working arms or whatever it is, you know what you're going to do, and you focus on that. You know how to get there. And working on your alignment it isn't a one and done thing. It's not like a college diploma that you hang on the wall. It's something that at every moment, we can do. We can start over. And starting over, Camille, I just want to make sure that we're not coming across like starting over is a bad thing. It's never a bad thing. It's never ever a bad thing. I always read like you're at the right place doing the right thing at the right time.
Right. That's right.
And
Yeah.
so, for me, with my days, just to get myself aligned to that North Star of me before I ever get out of bed, I have a series of things that I go through, and I've learned something that's really made such a big difference in me. And I was listening to this gal talk about how you bless things. I bless this bed that I'm laying in. And it's basically saying thank you, but it's a different verbiage, and I liked it. I bless these sheets. I bless the shower that I'm going to take. I bless the pantry that I have for my family and I, and things like that. So, my morning is about that. I write how I want my day. I learned that from Camille. How do I want my day to turn out? What am I looking for? How do I want to feel? And that's before I ever get on my phone.
Yeah.
Any of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. When I lay there, I kind of wake up and I just, you just sometimes just want to lay there and keep your eyes closed. And when I do that, I'm just, okay, God, just show me. And I'm asking for some sort of like, show me what my day is going to be. What do I need to do? What am I preparing myself for right now? And I'll kind of scan, like, do I have clients today? What am I doing today? But I really focus on my connection. And I will sit there and deep breathe. I will just, okay, and just kind of wake up, and I'm breathing oxygen in. I will get up, and after I go potty, I will go straight to the front door, and I will open the door because I want to get that sunrise in my naked eyes. I will look at the sun, and I'm not afraid to stare at the sun for 30 seconds, a minute, but it kind of, I've read so many great things about what the sunrise does. It kind of wakes up all your organs. You kind of create this, it's like a connection with the sun, but your body tends to really respond to that red light in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's the only time you can get that is in the morning. So I will, again, connection with spirit, just kind of listen for and get up and go sunrise, naked eyes. And then I just feel like I'm, connected and I'm alive. But then I'm usually connected. I'm always tapping in, where am I at? What's going on? And I really am walking in communion all the time. And even when I sit with clients, I am connected all the time. But you coined this phrase, connection, reflection. So what does that mean? And it was like you had this routine of connecting and then reflecting. Now that might be the evening stuff we're talking about too.
I'm listening to you, and I think about, you mentioned about breathing, and here's what I've understood about breathing. When, especially in the morning, when you're inhaling after you've been asleep and you're taking in those deep breaths, all that oxygen is waking up your cells.
Yes.
So you're kind of getting your body ready. You're getting your body ready to start moving and to start, working for you and working, to help you throughout the day. So I'm always looking out the window like, where's the sun? Where's the sun? I want to look at the sun.
Yeah.
Another thing that I know it helps me get in alignment is, like even when I'm getting ready, I'll put on nature sounds or sounds of morning birds.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and I don't want to immediately start reading
grounding.
emails. I
Yeah,
don't want to start thinking about
Work.
what do I need to do and what's on the goal and all of that kind of stuff. I just want to kind of embrace, like, I just slept really well. So my bathroom has its separate toilet room, right? What do they call those? Like I don't know, but it has a door.
Your own little,
I live on, I'm a single gal. I don't share a room. So my door's always open, but right at the base of that wall is it's my vision board. So
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I kind of look at it, I don't know about y'all. I don't know what your bladder does, but in the morning, I always consider it a blessing. Like, oh, I didn't have to get up and pee last night. Like, I know that I slept well.
Through the night.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm doing my morning thing, and
Yeah.
I'm looking at my manifestation board, my vision board, and I'm just kind of going over, like,
Yep.
okay, I can, just kind of in my head.
Keeping it in front of you, right?
Keeping it right in front of me. You can't get a target if you don't see it. Louise Hay is just a wonderful, cute, wonderful lady, right? And so on YouTube, I like her affirmations because she's kind of old school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she reminds me of something that my granny would say.
Like what?
It's just simple things like, do you bless your appliances? And I thought, oh my gosh.
That's good, yeah.
Those appliances are actually serving me and my family. Do you bless your washer and dryer? I should. So she says, you will never have problems with these things if you bless them and you include them in your gratitude. In some weird way, Louise, that is helping me become more in line with my gratitude position that I want to be in.
And I can see how you can bring more life, more prosperity to yourself by being grateful for that, because it's a different way of being grateful.
Yeah, it is.
I kind of hear. Yeah,
Kinda,
I like that. I'm that way with my car. Ever since that tractor accident when I was 14, like my cars protect me. I protect everything is just in my vehicles, and I love driving. Like I do love driving now, but I really feel safe and secure in my vehicle, and I've, knock on whatever, I've been safe ever since.
I always visualize this big white ring around a cluster of my children, my family, and my close friends, and I just speak it out loud. This cluster of ring is protecting us throughout the day. No matter what we're doing, no matter where we're driving, no matter what we're eating or who we're coming in contact, we are always safe and protected.
Love that.
And it's more of this visual. It's visualizing and speaking. That's the alignment that we're talking about, is you become that way by acting that way.
Yeah. And living as if it is, right? Even what you eat. We used to pray over all of our meals. I don't know if people still do that. I do. It's like, if there's anything harmful in this food, please, let it not harm me. Let anything here bless me. So I think that's what you're saying, is just everything should edify and bless us.
I do think it's important to, here's what I remember, Camille. Religion says, at least my interpretation was, like, for instance, if you're going to bless over the food, it's because you better be damn grateful for it, or it's going to be yanked from you.
Yeah, there's always a guilt trip to it, right?
Yeah, whereas now, if you can find yourself in a habit, you don't have to sit down and have the formal shut your eyes and hold hands and pray. It's constantly.
Yeah.
You're constantly talking to yourself, thank you so much for this jacket that keeps me warm. And I get in my car and thank you for the heaters on my seat. And, whatever it is, you're constantly having a conversation about gratitude. What Camille and I have learned is that's how you bring more of it to you.
Yeah.
Anything you want.
Yeah.
What you focus on brings more of it to you.
Well, and I also think when you judge anything, if you're, oh no, this is terrible, this is wrong. I recently had my account hacked. I had some checks stolen, and I had 3 major checks written against my account. Took it out of my bank account this last week, and so I've been dealing with the police. I've been dealing with the bank, and I'll tell you something. It was like, what a pain in the keister this is. Just because it's so time consuming, and then the money's taken out, and so it's like, what am I going to do? But I'll tell you what's been amazing. I think, what am I supposed to learn from this? How is this blessing me? I've had 2 of the women that I've worked with at the bank. One lady said today, and I called her, I said, look, I just need to know the update. I'm just calling to check in. And she said, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. She was very empathetic, very kind. She called the fraud department for me. She said, just you hold on. I'll take care of this, honey. And she was so good to me. And then she says, are you by chance Capricorn? And I'm like, oh my gosh. I said, no.
You're speaking my language, but no.
I'm like, honey, I said, no, but you are my sister. And I said, "Are you sugar?" And so I gave her a little reading on the phone, and she's like, "Oh my gosh," because Pluto's leaving Capricorn, going to Aquarius, and it's going to be a big deal. It's going to be helpful to her. But I just became friends with her. She sent me her personal email. I'm like, "Lauren, thank you I'm reaching out to you, Lauren. Thank you for saving my butt." But I've made some friends. I know I can call this detective. I just feel like this has kind of been a good experience. So, and then the bank kind of now knows me. In the beginning, I was like, "Oh no, there's Camille again," but now it's like we're friends, and I'll sing their praises. But I kind of think a breakdown can create a breakthrough, and so I don't look at things like, "Oh no, that happened." I look at it and say, "That happened, and I'm unharmed by it. I'm okay from it." And so I do think that when you bless anything, like anything negative like that, you bless it. It tends to work out in your favor, right? It's conspiring in your favor, right?
Yeah. The most important thing really before you even get into the specifics of what you want, if we're talking
to manifest.
Yeah. So we're talking manifesting. You have to be in alignment with your true self. That's right. What is your true self? Your true self is really God, right? So if you're in alignment with that and you know those feelings, then you're able to draw upon those powers, and that's how you bring things to you.
Yes. And I think the breath is critical. So when we just kind of wake up and we ease into our day with that breath, you really do connect when you're breathing. Wim Hof, the gentleman he's a badass, really. He's the cold plunge guy. I mean, he's like they can put him in 2 hours of freezing cold temperature, and his temperature doesn't change. This guy's incredible.
Because of his mind?
Because of his breathing and his mind, no doubt. This guy's is incredible. But he says you can actually extend your life by 7 years with this breathing technique. So you breathe in 30 times, like 30 times. And then at the end of that 30 times, you breathe in, hold your breath twice, like do it 2 times, and then take a little break, and then do it again 30 times, and then hold twice, and then again 30 times.
What is that doing?
It's oxygenating every cell of your body. So, but he says you can actually extend your life by 7 years by doing this. But if you've ever done it, and I've been doing this the last few days, I'm getting high. I mean, literally, really? I feel high. Yeah, I mean,
don't do it while you're driving, right?
No, I was like, oh my Lord. I mean, I almost could pass out. I was standing up. I was like, oh my goodness, and it was incredible.
So I've been listening to this meditation, and this particular guy is talking about, Camille, you start from the bottom of your feet, and as you're inhaling, you're visualizing that you're pulling up all your energy, and he goes through the parts of your body, and all of a sudden he comes to the top of your head, and he's telling you to hold it, and I'm like, dude, But it says to me, he's practiced.
Oh, yeah.
His body's used to that.
yeah.
You know, my body's not used to that.
Yeah, that's right.
But I do understand, and you understand.
I'm passing out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not practicing.
There's a lot of value in bringing oxygen to your cells.
Oh, yeah. Well, and again, and if you do it daily, this really, I can see where it can definitely extend your life. Because and then you're conscious. I mean, the consciousness shift is what I'm doing it for. I think you can really raise your consciousness, your vibration with exercise, with getting off any sort of substance and getting off sugars and stuff. You can really reset your mind and reset your brain. But this is creating that connection, so you're really feeling and you're sensing yourself. And I also do this thing where I'll breathe deep, and then I kind of feel like at the top of my head I will see like a silver cord, just straightening myself up, and I'll kind of feel this cord going down to the earth, the middle of the earth, and then it grounding me to heaven, and then I'll put my attention kind of right behind my eyes where my pineal gland is, and you kind of focus right there. And when I do that, I kind of just, okay, talk to me. That's really a physical alignment that I'll do for myself when I'm having a stressful moment. And I'll just kind of sense what's going on. And I can tap into my kids. I can tap into the day. I tap into my drive-in. I just say, show me my day. And it's like it starts playing like a movie.
Wow.
So I think that's a practice as well.
Yeah.
I've been doing that kind of thing for a while. But I do that with clients. I'm kind of like, I tap in over there and I see what's going on. I feel their energy. But I think everyone can do this. Look, I'm telling you, I know everyone can tap into people. Mm-hmm. I think everyone's kind of telepathic. We forgot how. Yeah. We kind of, we're in this world now, and look, things are changing. There's an awakening happening on this planet. People are realizing that we're kind of in a matrix. We're not just bodies. We're not just our mind. We are our soul inside of this sort of an organism, and we can cause and source things to happen. We can manifest. We can stay in alignment. That's what we're talking about with this alignment stuff we're teaching. Mm-hmm. The alignment is just getting back to source of yourself, who you are on the inside. And when you really can just feel you, and you get the distraction out of there, you get the other people's energy out of your system, You just don't let that energy sway you. You look, when you're in alignment, life shows up for you. The earth rises to meet your feet. And you're walking in this purpose and in a direction that is intended. The divine intends for you. And you and the divine are aligned. The divine doesn't want anything you don't want, by the way. So that's what it feels like to be and live an aligned life. So when we coach people, we're helping them get back in alignment with themselves. And all the questions they've got about what am I supposed to do? Who am I supposed to be? I'm telling you, you just remember. It's just like remembering who you really are.
Yeah, well,
it's incredible.
You've tapped into who you really are. If you think about it on a percentage, I'm just throwing these numbers out, but say we're 10% human flesh and 90% spirit.
Yeah.
So if you don't tap into that spiritual part of you, you're missing out on the majority of the happiness that's waiting for you.
That's right.
And so the alignment part is really the most important part. The manifesting part comes with it.
Yeah.
But if you try to manifest and you're not in alignment, it doesn't work. It's like prayer without faith. It just doesn't.
Words,
It's just words, right? It's just words.
No feeling.
Because you don't understand your power. And the point is, you do have power. When you have power with God, that's how things happen.
Yep.
That's how things happen. So Camille and I offer this for corporate, companies where we're trying to teach people, or we teach people how to find that alignment within a structure of a company.
Yeah, teamwork, a team alignment, right? And so, and there has to be an ultimate intention. So, and all of this, look, I wanted to bring up force field a little bit because I do think the force field around us is our vibrational like we're magnetizing it in. We're bringing something towards us all the time. We're either consciously creating or unconsciously creating, right? But it's like a limb that we don't know we have. We have been so conditioned to focus on money and production and make things happen, and we're not heart-centered anymore, right? So the work we do with corporations is heart-centered. We come from love. We come from heart. We want business to be more loving, business to be more heart-centered. We're human beings. And so what is a business? It's a group of people. So it's a group of people that we need to come from their heart. And, when people quit things, they quit people. They don't quit businesses. They quit the negative energies. So if you can create an alignment with a team for positive energies, which is what we're doing, then people want to stick around that. They want to be a contribution.
So if we can teach you how to find your own personal alignment, then you as a leader, you as a CFO, whatever it is, whatever your place is, or you even just as, somebody on your team, or if you own your own business, it doesn't even matter. This works the same for being a mom as it does for being, a CFO.
A billionaire. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the alignment.
Yeah.
The alignment-centered life will bring you everything you want. And if you have a company that understands how to get into a personal alignment, every person there, they want to do it because it feels right, and then they want to do it because it's a team effort. And everybody wants the same thing, which brings the company success.
Yeah, that's right. So y'all want to go to our website, check us out. You can book with us for one-on-one consulting. We also do corporate trainings and events. We're working on a webinar right now, and it's startingoverseries.com.
Like Camille said, and whether it's something that you want some personal one-on-one attention with, or whether it's a group, or families, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. But we're so happy that you were with us today for Starting Over. The website, like Camille said, is startingoverseries.com, and you can do all the bookings from there. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.
Goodbye.